Good morning, GS1 learners. Welcome to another class today. Our topic today is a very interesting topic. And the topic is space travel. I don't know if you watch space film or your cartoon that they have to launch rockets outside the Earth. I want to talk about what happened outside the Earth. Now, before we go into this space travel in details, I would like to tell you what space is. A space refers to the region of our environment outside the Earth's crust. So, it is the region outside the Earth's crust because we are inside the planet Earth. We have 9 planets. We have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. I think Pluto has been destroyed lately. But we are not going to talk about all these planets. What we want to talk about is space. This is where we find all these planetary bodies. And all these, the sun, the moon, that is where we find all the satellites. They are all in the space. Look at the picture of the space. You can see bright stars, beautiful stars. Though they are very tiny, looking at it in this picture, but they are big heavenly bodies. They are big planetary bodies. When you get to the space, you see some are very huge, some are even bigger than what you think. Space travel simply means going to the moon or planet or orbiting the Earth in a special craft called spaceship. What is the purpose of space travel? The importance of space travel to man in general and to scientists in particular is immense. That means it's wide, it's much. For instance, many technology advances have been made in the course of this space travel. Yes, a lot of technology advancement has been made in the course of this space travel, particularly in the field of field of radios and television communication. More is now known by man about space, temperature, magnetic field of the sun and the earth, the amount and kinds of radiation, as well as the shape and extent of the earth's upper atmosphere. Now, this is a spacecraft. Now, a spacecraft can be either a vehicle or a satellite. The difference between a vehicle or a satellite is that satellites will just stay outside the Earth's crust, that is outside the orbit of the Earth. But the vehicle will move about, will travel. Benefits of space travel. Yeah, there are benefits of space travel. Space travel technology has helped in the provision of improvements of the following. Has helped in the provision of computers, and improvement of computers. I'm sure they've taught you different generation of computer. A lot of improvements on computers. Even the phones that we use now we have latest because there are new innovations, there are advancements in those phones, televisions, fans, name a lot of things. We have data about the Earth. Yes, we are knowing more and more about this planet Earth and other planets. And it helps to discover many other planetary bodies that are yet to be discovered. You have telegraphic equipment, you have telecommunications, I think the phone, the TV, the radios, we have your remote control, and we have improvements in the rockets because it is the rocket that they use to launch into the space that's outside the Earth. Now this is a spacecraft. This is a spacecraft as well. They call it, some people call it a spaceship. A spaceship. So it's a vehicle. It flies. It's a vehicle. It flies, so it's also a spacecraft. So you might see it in another place. They call it spaceship. They are all spacecraft. Problems of space travel. 1. There is need to overcome the force of gravity to enable the spacecraft to escape the Earth's surface. Basic needs of life are absent in the space because there's no oxygen. So anyone going into the space will have to go along with oxygen. So those people that travels into the space are called astronauts. They are called astronauts. Individuals that travel into the space are called astronauts. Basic needs of life are absent on the space. Laws of weight in the space needs special equipment and training is needed for astronauts. Now, I don't know if you watched an astronomical film or an astronomical cartoon. You see, when those astronauts are going into the space, they wear clothes that are heavy, very heavy clothes, so that they can have enough weight there, because there is acceleration, gravity, the gravity there is zero, so things tend to float there. It doesn't support air, so any astronaut going there to go with oxygen. So lots of weight in the space needs special equipment and training. So astronaut needs to be trained before going into the space. There should be clear understanding of complex computations to get accurate measurement. Now we have dangers. These are some of the dangers that astronauts encounter in the space. Even not only astronauts, but those people creating it. It is very risky. It is very risky going to the space. Some died in the course and some survived. So it's very costly. If after building the rocket, it doesn't work, that means after all the money that has been spent in the course of building the rocket, it's just a waste. You have to try to create another. It is very expensive, costly. Benefits of space travel. I think I've said that earlier on. It's a repetition. I'm sorry about that. So thank you. If you have any questions, you can meet in the discussion box and ask your question. Do have a wonderful day. Bye.